Hi, I'm Steve Hydes and welcome to the Peak 15 Fitness YouTube channel. I just want to spend a few minutes talking to you about processed foods. Now, these kind of foods are getting eaten more and more. I'm not just talking about processed foods such as pizza and takeaways and other sort of junk foods like that. I'm also talking about foods that people eat that they might not think are that processed. Foods that are sometimes touted as health foods. Foods like breakfast cereals and fruit juices, for instance, sandwich meats and sandwiches that you might buy out in the high street, and basically anything out of a tin, a packet or a jar. These are all processed foods. Now consider some research by Dr. Weston A. Price, who travelled around the world in the late 1920s, early 1930s, studying indigenous populations, the food they ate and the diseases they suffered from. Dr. Price studied the Eskimo, the North American Indians, South American Indians, isolated communities in Switzerland and Ireland, tribes in Africa, India, the Maori, the Aborigine and the Pacific Islanders. And what he found was that all of these different communities ate totally different diets, foods that were available to them in their natural environment and foods that their ancestors had eaten for generations before them. And when they stuck to these foods that they'd evolved on, they were pretty much free of diseases of the day, such as pneumonia, tuberculosis, arthritis, dental cavities, birth defects. However, when they came into contact with white man and white man's food, which back then was flour-based products, sugar products, tinned meat and other tinned foods, they soon became ravaged by these diseases. They suffer from more dental cavities, more arthritis, or incidences of tuberculosis and pneumonia. So if that's not a good enough argument to avoid processed foods, then I don't know what is.